Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about walking the blues. And I'm going to go to the key of F. And I'm going to explain some of the things that I'm doing as this video goes along. Alrighty, so a couple of things that I like to do is going between walking. If I'm on the F, if I want to do a major 6 or a dominant 7. And it just depends on the style of blues I'm playing. A lot of older styles use a lot more 6 chords, and then maybe use a 7 when they're actually ready to resolve to go into the 4. But one of the things I like to do, and I do it especially when I'm walking on around the G string area. Here's an example of the major 6. So the major 6 in F would be the D natural. So I'm leading into that with a C sharp. Versus if I was going to do a dominant 7, instead of leading into the D, I would start on D and lead to the E flat, which is the dominant 7s. And that sounds like this. Different sound, but they both work. So it's up to your discretion. And the other thing that I really like is those half-step resolutions. So like, and you got an example of that. So like that C sharp to D, and then maybe like also the D to the E flat. And once again, E natural to the F natural. So a lot of those, and not only just leading up like that, you might go down. So if you notice, when I went to the 4 in one of those choruses, instead of going A natural to B flat, I did B natural to B flat. And if you think about that, I just pretty much did a tritone sub, because the B natural is a tritone of F itself. So it just leads so well. So you'll hear me do a lot of those, like the other thing is I do a lot of skips because I like that sound. It just kind of adds a little bit more bounce, and it's not just straight quarter notes all the time. It adds a little extra oomph and flavor, a little grease, as we like to call it. So you saw I did that when I was going to the 2, which was a G minor 7. So I did 2 things there. I did a skip, a sucka to doom, but I also led into it chromatically, going with that F sharp to the G. So all right. So that's just some things to incorporate in a bass line if you choose to, or if you choose not to. So let's hit the shed.